Welcome to Edge of the Rabbit Hole. We have a great show tonight with Gwen Clapper of Beyond Perception Investigators, a fantastic paranormal team out in Virginia. Hello down there on Periscope. What in the world is that doing? I have no idea what that just did down there. Okay, I'm going to have to fix Periscope already, because apparently what I had going there was something weird was going on. Hello, Periscope. Okay, so now this show's gotten started really weird. But, hello, I'm Mike Ricksecker. This is Vanessa Hogle, and that's Gwen Clapper. Yeah, Vanessa, you want to take it away for a second here while I go fix this?
I sure will. Hey, everybody. Right. This is going to be a great show tonight. We have my lovely, lovely colleague, buddy, soul sister, Gwen Clapper from Beyond Perception Investigators with us tonight. She and I have an extensive history in investigating together, both online, through remote viewing, and on site. Right. But what a lot of y'all don't know, or maybe you do, and I'm just talking out of my ass, but what I think a lot of you don't know is that Gwen has a history in being an EMT and a firefighter. And so her take on the paranormal is much different than just your average Joe. And that's kind of where I wanted to start off, Gwen. You've had some amazing experiences that had absolutely nothing to do with your investigating. In fact, I believe it started even before you had an investigating team. Is that correct?
That is correct. I actually started communicating with the spirit world when I was young, like 4 or 5 years old.
Tell us about that.
The first experience that I can recall vividly, I was about 4.5 or so, and I would play with a little boy named Henry. And that's my cat Binks trying to get in on the shot. Sorry, hang on. I would play. Hi. Hello, this is Binks. Yeah, I'm going to hand him off to my son. Hold on.
Okay. There we go.
Okay. I was dealing with a little boy named Henry that just showed up on the farm one day. And the more I played with him and everything, I noticed that Henry was different. He dressed different, very well-mannered boy, and I never saw him in school. I would always see him in certain parts of the farm.
That's really weird.
And I said something to my mother about it, and she kind of put it off. And one day I was outside, and I was talking to Henry. And I remember her coming out saying, who are you talking to? And I was talking to Henry. And I said, he's right there. Well, fast forward a little while later, come to find out, Henry was a boy that died on that property. There was a cabin further back in the woods. And he actually died about 150 years previously to me talking to him.
Now, he's not the only one that has come to you and spent quite a bit of time with you from so far ago. I do believe there was one gentleman, one young fella, who he likes to talk to you and has since, what, you were about 14, 15, if not younger? You know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I know who you're talking about.
Right,
he was actually shown or discussed in season 2 with you when you went with us to Sailor's Creek Battlefield. That was Andrew. I kept getting the name Andrew. I started visiting Sailor's Creek Battlefield when I was about 15 or so, and I remember seeing Andrew vividly looking out across the field with this look of just complete grief and disbelief, and how did we get here? And we found out later on that Andrew was actually one of the Union officers, and we actually, through research, found a letter online that he had written to somebody at the Battle of Sailor's Creek, or somewhere around the Battle of Sailor's Creek is when he wrote it. And the way I described him was the way he described everything in the letter that he was experiencing. So that really got to me. But I have a very special connection with Andrew. Every time I go there, he greets me.
Now, this is something I think I've witnessed it with you, that it happens quite a bit.
That's in the shot.
Are you still
I'm trying here. We've got this thing in the way. Go ahead, continue on with the story. That ended up in the shot. I'm trying to. This is Periscope. Hello, Periscope. The setup that I had over here just completely did not work. So it actually it made part of the image a reverse image, and so it was like really kind of creepy looking. So it wasn't working. Yeah. Plus, something I also realized is that the delay, because I had it set up in front of another computer, the delay isn't going to work. So, we'll figure it out. In any case,
it's all good.
Yeah. So, trying to simulcast, it's not a exact science here. So, okay. So, Periscope, thank you for hanging in with us down there. Lynn's White is down there once again. I'll just leave that there. There's nothing I can do about it. I know you had started a story, but we do have one piece of housekeeping that we have to take care of, and then we can come back into the into your story. Sorry, Gwen. That's a drawing that we have. We have a drawing for the Encounters with the Paranormal Volume 3, which is the latest Encounters with the Paranormal Mineral Springs Hotel Edition, and that is for our 4,000 subscriber, which was like a week and a half ago now. And so we were supposed to do that last week and didn't because I was just too busy traveling and all that stuff. So we're doing it this week, and so the goal was to hit 4,000 by Halloween. We did that a couple of days before Halloween, which was awesome. So we juggle around, and here we go. And the winner is Tammy Heitzman.
Yay!
All right. So Tammy Heitzman is getting a copy of Encounters with the Paranormal Volume 3. Congratulations, Tammy. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. So the next goal is 5,000 by the end of the year, which is very, very doable. We are coming into the show. We were at 4274. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so and click that little bell notification button so that you get notified of everything going on. And the goal after that, I want to hit 10,000 by my birthday next year.
Okay.
We can do that. So my birthday's in the middle of July. So I think
hey, we'll live feed from Ireland.
There you go.
And I'll get some people from over there hide and watch.
All right. Sounds
Happy
good.
dance.
Happy dance.
Yeah. Okay. So.
All right. So back to the story. Gwen, back to you.
Yeah, we were talking about Andrew, whom I've met and you've had a very long relationship with. And that, excuse me, that shows your history and how long you've done this and your experience in speaking and communicating with spirits. What I'm really interested in and what I would love for our audience to understand is we know all about the ghost investigations. We watch the videos, we've got all that. But there's a part of you that had absolutely nothing to do with the paranormal that was still bombarded by them every day due to your line of work. And I would really love to hear that because you never hear people talk about that. What was some of your profound experiences in that?
Oh, wow, where do I begin? There was one call while I was working as an ET for a particular agency. We were called to for an older gentleman that was having difficulty breathing. When we got there, he was very weak. He was not responding to us. When we got him on the ambulance, he coded on us. Quick breathing and all that. We began working CPR on him. We were a BLS crew, basic life support. We weren't able to start IVs or anything. We were about 18 minutes from the hospital.
Real quick, thank you, Dan, for the super heart.
The trip when he coded.
Go ahead.
And, okay. We were about 15 minutes into the trip. 10 minutes into the trip. So we had about a good 15, 16 minutes when he coded on us. There was nobody on the truck but me and the two other providers. We were unable to get an ALS crew because everybody was out on other calls. So it was straight CPR. We get to the hospital. We figured they're going to end up putting him on the ventilator and putting him in the unit. Well, about 2 or 3 days later, I think it was, I was on another call, and a friend of mine had their mother in the unit. So I figured, hey, while I'm at the hospital, I'm going to swing by and check them. I walk in, and lo and behold, there's this gentleman sitting upright eating. His wife recognized me and was like, oh, you need to come here, you need to come here. And she grabs me and me by the hand, and she pulls me into the room, and she says, is this who you were talking about? And he says, yes, come here, I need to give you a hug. And I'm like, I'm just astounded that this man is alive. And I was like, okay, so I lean over and give him a hug, and he says, yeah, this is what I was talking about. She's the one that said that they were going to keep going, And I looked at him and I said, I'm sorry, what? Because this man was definitely dead. We were doing CPR on him. He remembers me looking at the other providers who were still fairly new. They were like, we need to go ahead and call the ER and, just get a cease to resuscitate. And I told him, I was like, oh, he's on the truck, we're mobile. It's not over until the doctor says it is. We're working it. He quoted me word by word. And when I asked him, how are you able to do this? And he said, well, those back doors on ambulance with those big windows to the outside? He said, I was standing there watching them.
Wow.
Yeah. That really shook me to the core.
So he knew what you were doing, and not because he was cognizant of it while you were doing it, but because he was actually watching you from a completely different position.
He was watching us. The way you described it was what you would say is an out-of-body experience. He was describing everything, down to what the other two girls looked like, that I was the one doing chest compressions, who was the one, trying to get home for more help. I mean, there's no way this man was conscious to hear this stuff. Now, they say that your hearing is the last thing to go. I understand that. But I was doing CPR on this man all the way to the hospital. More than 3 or 4 before the hearing actually leaves, with everything else. No, this man quoted word for word what was said, what was done, who did what. It was, I've never experienced anything like that.
Wow. Do you think that it was that experience that kind of propelled you into doing what you're doing now?
I think it started it. The way I see it now, because I've had people ask me, how did you go from working EMS to now devoting your life doing this? And my only response that I can come up with that is rational to me, I'm near saving the living. It's time for me to call the dead.
Makes sense to me. That makes sense to me. Mike, you have anything to add?
Well, I do want to throw out there, for one, our Periscope viewers, quite a few have come into the room. So I did want to, sorry, I'm not centered here properly. I did want to thank them. People have been sharing our feed out there at Periscope, so I want to thank them. Dan Class, thanks for the super heart out there. Lynn's, it looks like Lynn's White, and is that Tom McNicholas down there? I believe so. So, and again, thanks Dan for all of that. So, I want to give you guys a shout out down there at Periscope, and of course, we have all of our YouTube Mad Hatters out there. So, Gwen, really, it's quite a powerful origin story. So, has it been other things like that have helped propel you, or was it pretty much that event there that was the catalyst for you?
That, I think, pretty much just opened up the door and shoved me in.
That was it. Boom. All right. So
I'm explaining to everybody.
There were other experiences that followed.
Yeah, Donna, Gwen is kind of breaking up a little bit. Her connection is not the greatest out there, but she's in a much better environment this time than last time. I think last time, Gwen, you were out in your car.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
We couldn't even see you. We couldn't even see you. I explained that
you don't like it.
No.
No. We need your gorgeousness. We need your gorgeousness. No, I've explained to them that you live in the boonies. and I can say that. I've been in the... Yes. Bumfuck.
Yes, and if you have rent, you have no connection whatsoever out here. So those commercials are a lie.
Yeah. True story. True story.
So I guess what I'm interested in is, the two of you. I mean, I guess social media kind of bridges those miles and everything. But how did the two of you become such good friends? Because you forged a fantastic friendship here. Vanessa, you've gone out to Virginia a couple times. You've had some fantastic investigations, and you guys have a real deep connection with each other. So how did all that come about?
This is fascinating. Gwen, do you want me to take this one real quick? We both do. Yes, we were both on Twitter, and we both were kind of at the same time starting to read for the same group. I was in Peace Primary Reader. Gwen would come on and do her read. We would find out so crazily that we were bouncing off of each other. That we were so much on that same wavelength that I would answer her sentence, or I would her sentences, she would finish mine when it came to reading, and it just started up this crazy friendship. And then when I went to Virginia, and we investigated with each other there, we actually found out that we were probably related. That we are probably, because back in the day, my family and her family married in Virginia.
Wow.
Yes. Talk about strangeness. But it's just, I have such a deep, deep respect for Gwen, because she tells it like it is. She doesn't bullshit anything. She doesn't sugarcoat anything. She stays true to who she is. Fame means dick. And she wants to do what's right for the living and the dead. And I mean, her motto says it all. They give the dead a voice and the living closure. And that is the absolute fucking truth of this woman. And I can't say that about many people in this field. I can't say that about many people. She is a joy to investigate with. And don't think for a moment that means she's going to let you get away with shit, neither. No. She's a drill sergeant. And I love it. I love it. Because I get off on my own little thing. I run off half-cocked into places, don't even know I'm doing it. She takes care of all that. And it's a blessing. anyone who has the privilege of investigating with her, it's a blessing.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome, darling.
You guys are awesome.
She's one of the best. Yeah.
No, you're awesome.
No, you're awesome. Sorry, that was.
They've got a new hashtag in the chat room.
I
Faye means dick.
Hey, new T-shirt.
There you go. Another T-shirt. Y'all like it? Edge of the Rabbit Hole. There you go.
It's hashtag fame means dick.
Love it.
Yeah, that's a new T-shirt.
Wait.
We've already got I'm into witchy shit. Now we have to have
You're
fame
into witchy
means
shit.
dick.
Faye means dick. Wait, how much dick?
Well, we need to get the BPI pair.
Actually, we need to get the fucking butt.
Hashtag on the shirt.
Yeah. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
That sounds like a porno, Jesus.
Right? That's BPI's thing, is hashtag fucking button. Because when we would be in the middle of doing an investigation or just talking on WhatsApp, their fingers would always slip off the speaker button to be able to talk, and so they would always hashtag back fucking button. So
right.
it's a thing now.
It's a thing.
Now,
excuse me for a minute. My cat's trying to tear up. Come here, baby.
What's that?
Oh shit!
All right. Well, while that's going on, what's going on down here in Periscope? So let me turn this around here. Hey, how you guys doing down there? So here's our. See, I have our Periscope brethren on this.
Oh, and it's in a plate holder.
Right. Yeah. Well, I use that for books. I'll put books on there.
Oh wow!
And prop it up. I'll do that at my book signings. So.
Now, Gwen and I, and the rest of BPI and Janet Parker Klimak have a pretty serious investigation coming up. Gwen, would you like to give your viewpoint on that? What do you think is going to go down?
Yeah. This coming weekend, right?
Yes.
Yeah. West Virginia State Penitentiary. Been wanting to go there for a while, and I've been getting some messages, if you will. There's two in particular. There's one that's not so nice, very controlling, very nasty.
And
the second one is wanting help.
Is the nasty one? Is the nasty one on the third floor?
I'm getting that it's up, but I can't get an actual level.
Okay.
Yeah, but the other one is the one, I think I made a comment on Facebook here a few weeks back, that moment when you're in your bedroom and all of a sudden you hear "help me" in your ear. I believe that was him.
Okay.
I'm sorry, my cat, my cat's from hell is like, he killed Ghosty.
Yeah. There's Ghosty. There's Ghosty back here. This one has survived. But yeah, that was pretty impressive how your cat killed Ghosty.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, what, if any, he's been showing. Yeah. What if girlfriend? Okay. What if any special considerations are you taking for this trip? I mean, is there anything, due to previous investigations, is there anything that you're wanting to make sure you do so that other things don't happen?
Yeah. Oh yes. We learned a lot from a previous investigation with Vanessa at a location here in Virginia that I'm still learning to. I will be taking extra precautions for protection and for blocking. I won't allow certain information if it doesn't correlate with that information, I'm going to blocking, because you're talking about an area that nasty one I'm going to be dealing with, and then there's the other one that I think said help me in my ear a few weeks ago. I just think that person is trying to get away from this nasty one. I have a feeling that something happened. And the feeling that I'm getting is that the nasty one, at first I thought was an inmate. I don't think it was an inmate. I think it was a guard. So it's interesting to see what's going to happen.
Okay. Are you getting a feel for the location and any place by like looking at pictures that you just don't feel comfortable going? Or are you going to let us explain?
I've only looked at a couple of pictures that were with the that Chris had looked up to get the, what was that?
It just threw a painting off my wall.
See, here we go. This is what we've been talking about, folks. This happens every time before we get together. Never fails.
Yep.
You okay, babe?
Yeah.
Yep.
I saw it, right? Did you see it?
Yeah, that's why I was like, what was that?
I was typing, so I actually missed it. Admittedly.
You'll be able to go back and see it. It was the last painting my son did. It just threw it off the wall.
And this happens how?
Every single time Gwen and I are getting ready to investigate together.
Yeah, it acts up right when you're about to investigate.
Yeah.
So there you go, folks. Real paranormal activity live on Edge of the Rabbit Hole. You never know what you can get. Explore with us.
See?
Super Woody Boy, missed it. I believe with the way we have this set up, it's a live DVR, so you can actually scroll back and view it. Those on Periscope, I don't know if you guys have that option down there to rewind and check it out. So I know you can always. Hi guys. I know you can always watch it on the replay down there.
Have I ever told you that I love it that you have to lean down and talk to them?
Yeah, you know, one of these days I thought I had a cool setup over here and just absolutely failed. I mean, I got my work, I'm using my work laptop, yeah. Got all that set up over here. I had it right in front of there, and then just something real funky happened with the screen, and that was that. So that's...
Oh, they caught on, that's all. They caught on.
I mean, it's fun.
But yeah, this happens literally every time. Every time. And it starts, what, about a month and a half beforehand?
Wow.
It's like work.
Jana is saying, Jana says, one of the fuckers touched my butt this morning, rubbed his fingers right down my butt cheek while I was in bed.
I'm not surprised.
So, she's getting it too.
Yeah, Jana and I, we're the same way. I've known her for so long, and we're exactly the same way. And so the fact that she's coming with me to do this with Gwen, not surprised one bit. Matter of fact, a lot of people don't know this unless they've read the book. Only 3 other people have seen the man who's attached to me. I mean, like, actually in person. 3 of them, aside from seeing them on my TV screen or my computer screen. One's Gwen, one's Jana, one's Chris from BPI.
Wow.
Yeah, they've all seen him in corporal form.
Okay. Question from Lori Lynn. She notified in the chat that I missed the question. So I scroll back up. Here we go. So when are you guys coming to Ohio again and would love to work with Gwen on investigation? Well, I currently live in Ohio, but as far as Vanessa and Gwen, I mean, Vanessa, you'll be driving through the state on the way to this investigation. Yep.
As a matter of fact, I think Jan and I are driving through 5 states. Yep. Hey, y'all, Dennis
and I'm going to miss you. I mean, I'm going to be driving the opposite direction, up a little further up north, you know, on my way to go see Shana. You're going to be driving more right through the middle of the state. And so,
I know, right?
Yeah.
Dennis Eslock, our buddy, he said on a rewind, he said to pick raised up, and then fell.
Wow. Okay.
So it physically got lifted up and then fell off.
Yeah, definitely go check that out, guys.
Yeah, I mean, motherfucker, really?
He wants to get noticed.
I'm just like...
Your guy wants on YouTube. He wants to be a YouTuber, and that's the only way you can get on.
I know. Honestly, I think this has something to do with what Gwen was doing. That's the very bizarre thing, is when we were getting ready to do the last, was it the first investigations, wasn't it, Gwen, when we were getting ready to do those in Virginia? The same people were coming to me that were coming to her.
Yes.
Okay.
You know, and that happened again on the second trip. So I would say, considering what we were just talking about, that this is one of the dudes you're talking about.
I have a feeling it's the not so nice one. He's throwing a temper tantrum.
Oh, joy.
No.
Of course. I swear I'm an asshole, Matt.
So now here's a question. There's already like a lot of stuff that goes on at the West Virginia Moundsville, the penitentiary, West Virginia State Penitentiary, or whatever it's called. It's Moundsville. So there's already a lot of stuff going on there. You have these guys that always act up on you when you're about to go investigate together. You know, are they gonna go into the prison there and mix it up with these other spirits that are there just to mess with you because you guys are investigating together?
Quite possibly. What do you think, Gwen?
I think that an attempt will definitely be made. We just have to be very vigilant and being able to decipher which one is which and which ones to acknowledge, because that's what we have to ignore, because they just want attention and cause chaos.
And this is where Gwen's right-hand man comes in. Okay? He'll never get on camera and do something like this, but he's watching right now, I can guarantee you. And that's Chris Loper. Okay? He is Gwen's right-hand
man. He watches it.
He watched it all, bless him. Yeah. He's probably in the chat right now, just not talking. Hi, Chris. But he is so, he's so protective. He just is. To Gwen, to myself, to anybody that he feels is in danger. I think that is the combat vet in him that comes out.
Yeah, that's good. That's great that he's protective like that.
We're talking about before the show even started, is that he's already said if we try to go into a room and he pulls us out of it, that we are not allowed to fight. That he's doing it for a reason. So even though he says he doesn't have any psycho powers, he does. We know that. He does have ability.
Super Woody Boy is saying that Chris needs to be interviewed out here. Would Chris even do that?
Nope.
I didn't think so. not his forte.
No,
it's not exactly. It's not his forte. He tried the whole social media thing. Chris, I can be a private person to a certain extent, but Chris is a very private, and he enjoys doing investigations, and he enjoys doing stuff like that. He doesn't mind, being on camera for that. He's okay with that. But when it comes to the social media and interviews and stuff, he's like, no, I'm good, you handle it.
Right.
True story.
Hey, something that I want to mention to you guys, while you're there, right across the street from the prison is there's the Mound, of course, which is why it's called Moundsville. And there's the museum right there next to it. So I highly encourage, if you have some time, go check it out. There's a lot of great information in there about the area, about the Native American tribes that are around there, about the mounds and all of that. So
I think we'll have plenty of time to do that, because we've got all day Saturday before we even go to the prison.
Well, there you go then.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Yeah, we're going to do that. And then, Janet and I'll be hopping on the
And also, one other thing I want to throw out is it's not exactly right down the street, but it's downtown in the area there. It's like a couple blocks, kind of zigzag around. But Archive of the Afterlife is there. It's in one of the old schools. A lot of great artifacts. dealing with the paranormal, the macabre. They've got, there's an embalming table there. There's all kinds of, if you want creepy dolls, they got creepy dolls. They got all kinds of stuff in there. So no creepy dolls.
Yeah, I don't know how Gwen and I would do in a place like that.
It's got a lot of stuff. I mean, they've got old World War II helmets.
You
want Gwen?
Yeah, she really broke up.
With Alyssa being there too, I mean, she's got this thing about dolls, and she's been working on her ability. She actually had a haunted doll at one time.
Please tell me you got rid of it.
Oh, taken care of. The doll itself was actually made by attached to it at the house that she was living at the time. And then when she moved in with me permanently, we noticed something was going on and determined it and do what was needed to be done. So the doll is okay now. I mean, it's put up, but whatever was attached to it is gone.
Yeah. No. I can't do dolls. I am
the odd thing is what she named this doll. I mean, she got this doll when she was. It's a cloth doll, with the hair and everything, and it was made for her when she was basically a baby. So when old enough, she started calling it Anna, out of all names.
Hey, Gwen, we have a question in the chat room from Andrew Cox. He's wondering if you've ever been to Point Pleasant, West Virginia, and checked out the Mothman Legends. Gwen?
I have been through there. I wanted to stop, but I didn't feel comfortable. That was several years back. If I'm given the opportunity to do it now, I'll be more apt to do it now. So I'm more prepared.
Okay. Thanks for the question, Andrew.
Let's schedule that.
There you go. Working in a trip somewhere.
Yeah. We'll just do that this summer. How about that?
That sounds like a plan.
Okay. Now, I do know, I'm trying to remember back. Mike, you'll find this interesting. I'm trying to remember back to some of the different things that you told me when you were in the academy and just out. When you were with your partners and stuff, doing what you do, and something paranormal would happen, and they would notice it. How did they treat you once they found out that you had particular abilities? How did that fly with your superiors?
You're asking...
Well... when I first came out of the police academy, I kept a lot of that to myself. It was over time that some of them started figuring out that I had some weird ability to be able to tell that something was about to happen. One very good example would be, it was my, I think it was my first cut loose as an officer after my field training. And I was at a convenience store doing my community policing, just around to the stores and stuff, checking on everybody. And when I walked out the store, I remember standing in the parking lot and looking around, and the air felt thick. Like something was about to happen, but I didn't know what. And I made when I got back to the PD to take my butt, I was like, something's going to happen tonight. And he just looked at me and said, looking at me. I said, something's going to happen tonight. I don't know what it is, but very significant that's going to happen. Within 30 minutes, I had my first vehicle pursuit.
Okay.
And that in this little town that I lived, I came through my radar. I went to turn around on him, and he punched my son. So I went ahead and put on my lights, notified dispatch, I'm in pursuit. We go running all through town. It was ironic where the pursuit ended because I lived on that street, and the man that I was married to at that time came running out on the porch. I had jumped out of my cruiser, had my weapon drawn. The vehicle had wrecked, and I could see him through the back glass reaching for something. So I don't know what he's reaching for. So I have my weapon drawn, and I'm yelling, show me your hands, show me your hands. And me not thinking that was at the time, that was my husband. I hear somebody hollering, I turn around, I remember still holding the gun and looking at him and yelling, get back inside. And I turn back. And then the guy with the other crew almost I just knew he was going to foul. And it's taking the guys, we took him in without any further incident. Luckily, nobody got hit. But he came within literally maybe a foot of getting run over by the oncoming cruiser.
Damn. Now, we have a very good question here. We've asked a lot of people this. And this is from Spooky Spectacular. But I'm really curious as to your answer to this question. Is there any place that you simply will not investigate because it fills you with fear? Now, she put it that way, and I am too, because I would never say you're too afraid to do something. I know you too well. But you can still be filled with fear and apprehension and choose not to do something. So I'm curious of that. What would that be?
Well, first let me clarify, I feel that fear is actually a good thing because it keeps you in check. It sets off the bells and whistles, something's not right, you need to back up. So natural, and people need to embrace it and listen to it. With that said, there is one place that I will not return to. I'll put it that way.
I know that place.
They could be, giving away gold, $1 million. I don't care. I'm not going there. I'm kind of apprehensive, and I don't know why this is, because I've never been there, but I'm kind of apprehensive about Waverly Hills.
Oh, I want to go.
I don't know why.
Waverly Hills.
I want to go. I want to go, but some of the messages that I feel like are directed or related to that, I haven't done any research on it, but I have reason to believe that I had somebody that I'm related to as a patient there, and it didn't end well.
Understandable. That's understandable. That would make anybody feel a little bit of apprehension. I'm drawn to Waverly greatly, but I'm drawn to a really sick part of it. I'm drawn to the shoots.
I'm very indifferent about Waverly because I think it's been overdone.
Yeah, I'm drawn to the shoots, which no one ever deals with, and that's where I'm being drawn to. And one of these days I'm going to go.
I mean, it's on the bucket list, but I have to be sure that I'm well prepared because I have a feeling that it's going to be a little too close to home.
See, and for me, it's the Lalaurie Mansion in New Orleans. This is the first time this last trip that Jan has even got me on the same sidewalk that it's on.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if I will ever step foot in that place. I don't think my heart could take it. I can hear the screams standing on the other side of the street. I can't do it. I can stand in the middle of the battlefield or whatever, and I'm fine. That place, I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah.
It makes me want to cry just thinking about it. I can't do it.
We have a question from Donna Gorton. Is there one place you'd love to investigate and one place you just never would?
Call me crazy. I would love to go to the Ram Inn. I would love to go to the Ram Inn in England. I have been drawn to that place ever since I was a teenager. I even knew what it was. I didn't know anything about Ram Inn until I was like in my mid to late 20s. When I put it together, this was the place that I've drawn. Again, why? I have no idea. I really don't. And I'm probably in for a big surprise if I ever go there. I would really like to go there. A place that I would never go. Well, I know that where I would never return to. This is going to sound really silly, but it's another place that's been well investigated. Lizzie Borden House. I'm not going to hear it. No.
Why is that?
Every time I see images of it on TV, even in today, not just the crime scene photos, because I've seen the crime scene photos. We saw all those in the police account. We're going over psycho killers and all that other good stuff. But even in today's photos, it's so unsettling. I think it's just the sheer energy coming from that house, the abuse that happened in that house. It's just so thick. When I get nauseated looking at it, and I'm several states away, I tend to not want to go there. Because if it's affecting me that way by looking at a picture, no telling, it would tear me apart to be there. I don't know if I could actually recover from that.
That makes so much sense. I mean, and I don't think people realize that. There are some places that you can't even explain why they affect you the way they do. But they do. Mm-hmm. Yep. You know? I mean, it's just, and it's indescribable. There are places where I can just walk past it and I can puke my guts out. But it might not affect Anna that way. It might not affect Alyssa that way. Or you or Janet, it affects me that way. Now, we did have another question here I thought was quite interesting. Was it Super Woody Boy that put this in here? Let me find it again. He was asking if you believe that it's possible, to connect with the spirit through a photograph. Do you feel that?
Oh, absolutely. Yes. I actually had a gentleman that sent me a picture on Twitter. Vanessa, you might actually remember this. This was a while back. He sent me a picture on Twitter, and it was actually a picture of him, and I was having a heart, because usually when I see what I see, they're dead. And for some reason, I'm going back up. He sent me a picture of something, but for some reason I was getting a read on him, and he's still alive. That's what it was. It's been a while back. And I remember talking to this guy, and then I started to describe somebody, and I was like, now this is not you. This is somebody else that's coming through, and they're deceased, and I gave an estimated time, how they died, the whole nine. And he confirmed everything, down to the scenery of the mountains and everything. Everything. And, if the energy is there, and if it wants to communicate with me, that's the thing, that's what I try to explain to people. I can't just shut this on like a switch on or off. Uh-huh. The spirit has to be comfortable with me to communicate. But I feel that if I look at a picture, that if there's enough energy there, and they want to communicate with me, they will come.
Gotcha. I agree with that.
We also had another question from Fran Molino back a little ways. Did your team start with home investigations, or did you do larger locations at the beginning?
Oh no, we started with home investigations because that's where me and Vanessa actually started our friendship when we were dealing with other teams that we did with them. I posted pictures from our very first investigation, which was a house investigation, a private residence. And Vanessa got on there and was like, Denise was giving me all these readings, and I finally I messaged her, and I was like, well, we haven't released the episode yet. But she was just on a roll. It's all good, girl, it's all good. But no, we primarily do home investigations. So we will do other locations, a lot like the whole West Virginia State Penitentiary. That's going to be probably one of our first real big ones that's a well-known area that everybody's pretty familiar with.
Okay.
That's actually something that I would like everybody to know about Gwen and her team is it's weird. A lot of people go into an investigation, and I don't know if they do this to make themselves look or feel better or feel more important, but they immediately want people to see them in a certain light, so they try to scare them about their own home. And that is the fascinating thing about Gwen and BPI is that's the exact opposite of what they do. I mean, she's being able to detect with Gene and with Chris, knowing what plumbing sounds like, knowing what the ductwork sounds like, knowing different things to look for. They go in and actually try to prove it isn't haunted to a certain degree before they're willing to believe the evidence. Am I explaining that right, Gwen? I mean, it's a good way to be. Don't go in trying to scare everybody. Go in and try to find the cause, paranormal or otherwise.
Right.
And that's what they do. And it really does make for a very interesting investigation because when you finally do get something, you're on the up and up.
Well, right. And the basic rule is when we go in with a skeptical mind. Okay? We understand that people are reporting there's activity and so forth. I roll the nuts out. I don't want to know anything. Chris and Jean goes in and they do the interview while I'm doing my walk outside the house. I'm always away from them during the interview. And then when we get together, we compare notes. So if we have an automatic confirmation, this is this person, or this is who you're picking up, okay, that's solved, if you will. Let's work on these other things that aren't solved. So it's like a process of elimination, if you will. Unless there's specific things that the living wants to know about these confirmations that we got, why they're still hanging around, or, so forth and so on. But when we go in with a skeptical mind, and I have said this before, and Vanessa has actually seen me do some of my edit work and stuff like that, and we actually debunk about 85% of what we get. What you see on the episode, I can clearly hear what's being said on the EVP or spirit box. A lot of times I just leave the blanks. I can hear something is there. If anybody else can make it out, I want them to tell me what they think it is. That's hence the name Beyond Perception, because everybody's perception is different. You can look at something and I can look at the same thing, and we have two totally different opinions about it. So we enjoy going in and debunking as much as possible. So what you see on the videos is what I call the cream of the crop. It's the best catches. It's the stuff that we cannot explain. We've tried debunking it. I mean, we've even been on scene 30, 45 minutes in the middle of an investigation and try to recreate something, trying to debunk it. And sometimes we're very successful in debunking it. Other times, not so much.
True. That's very true.
Yep. Hey, we have a question from buddy Dennis S. Locke. Have you guys ever dealt with... Yeah, he's in the chat. Have you guys ever dealt with a non-human entity?
Dennis? Yep.
Oh boy. Yeah, I I'm going to let Vanessa take this one.
Yes, we have. And at this particular private residence, this thing was crawling on the top of the barn. For those who have read my latest book, they know the story. This thing, because I don't really know what to call it, this thing was what hovered and kept what we believe to be souls of children in this, what we call a people barn. I've checked with I don't know how many farmers, horsemen, cattlemen, anyone that has anything to do with livestock about the design of this barn and how it was constructed. And every single person that I've spoken with has said that there was absolutely no way, there was a 0% chance that livestock was ever held in this building. So given what we felt in the barn and given what we heard and felt that was on top of the barn, the scratches and marks that Chris got on him, the smell, the maggots, the spiders, the centipedes, that was all over this area. Looked like somebody had dumped big old 50-pound buckets of them, okay? And given what happened to all three of us while we were there, and especially to Gwen, can we feel comfortable in saying that we encountered something that's never walked the earth as a human? Yeah. Most definitely. Don't ever care to do it again either.
AKA the incident.
Yes. Let Ghost Adventures, who seems to be big on demons and douchebaggers, let them go try it.
No. Yeah,
Just
right.
saying, let's see how that
I
goes.
love to take that.
Oh, I bet.
Oh, he could run away pissing like a little girl. I mean, he would.
If he hasn't ever seen this, if he hasn't ever seen this, which I know, sending an
He's not going to bother
invitation
himself
to him
with it, you know.
to come down here and check out this barn that this happened. So you're at every other episode that you're getting attacked, you fix to get your ass kicked.
Yeah. Chris was covered in marks. He was covered in them. I mean,
And for more details, check out Vanessa's book, Walking with Ghosts.
yeah, that's right. I just said for more details, check out the book, Walking with Ghosts. It was not good. And anyone who says that that's something that they have encountered and want to do it again, I'm calling bullshit. Sorry. You're not going to
almost quit that night because of that.
We all three of us, all of us in our entirety, almost hung it all up that night.
Yeah.
Done this for over 40 years, and I was done. So, no.
Let's do one last question, and then we got to wrap up the show because it has been almost an hour, if you can believe that. Yeah, I know. It goes by quick. It really does. Dawn, or otherwise in the chat is Spooky Spectacular. Do you believe certain places should be locked down to the public due to dangerous energies? Kind of plays into what we were just talking about.
Absolutely. Because you have people that are watching particular network television shows and they think, oh, this is how we do it. No. Even after the time that I've been dealing with this stuff and Vanessa's been dealing with stuff, there are still areas that if there's a certain energy going on or a certain vibe or feel that you're getting, I mean, I would even just knowing what I know, having the experience that I've had, we were lucky with that experience that we were just talking about to be able to make it out the way we did. A lot of people, I've known a couple of people that actually probably would have lost their sanity, not being funny. They would have lost their sanity if I had been put up somewhere. This stuff is very serious. It can affect your health. It is a safety concern, and if you don't know what you're doing, please do safe. Do it.
It took
some places I feel should be like.
It took weeks to recover.
I'm still dealing with it.
Well, what about something like this? Like, and I know I said we were going to wrap up the show here, but just one quick question from me. Like in Maryland, Henryton Hospital, which was a very, very negative location. A lot of people that I know that went in there, and it was, for the most part closed off, but some people had gotten permission to go in. Of course, a lot of people snuck on the location. Experienced a lot of negative activity there, and they ended up, plowing the thing down. So, not closing off the location, due to the negative activity, but now it's been destroyed because of trespassers, and the buildings are crumbling and all that stuff. They don't want people to get hurt. Is a location like that, even though buildings are gone, it's been bulldozed, all that, should an area like that still, be cordoned off because of the negative activity that was there? Is the negative activity still going to happen?
Well, I'll put it to you this way. Let's sort of explain it to women's hearings and a lot of the paranormal activity that they're reporting to us. The majority of it is not the structure, it's the ground. You cannot get blood on a soil, So unless there's a way to properly cleanse it, I would not push the envelope on it. I would, pretty much plant some flowers and be like, oh, it's a nice little park to look at over there, and leave it be.
So.
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, the blood does seep into the ground, and that's that. I mean, it dries, and then you churn it into the soil, and that's about it. It doesn't actually go anywhere.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, that is going to do it for the Edge of the Rabbit Hole. We'll, okay, some people are already asking in chat, what is going on? Because, saw some new stuff about a different show coming up. Yeah, we have a new show coming up. That is Inside the Upside Down. You guys have been asking for a 2-hour show for a while, and we've extended some, like up to an hour and a half. We had a 2-part show a few weeks back. You guys pretty much all hung around for. So usually around this time, Vanessa has to go take her dog out anyway. So we're going to wrap this one up. We'll give some shout-outs. What's that? Yeah. So we'll give some shout-outs here. And we'll let Gwen and Vanessa go. We'll take about a 5-minute break, and then we'll come back for the second show, which is Inside the Upside Down, and we're going to be focusing on haunted cemeteries. So, here we go with shout-outs for the first time around. We'll do shout-outs again the second time around, too. Just want to make sure, because some people aren't able to hang out for the second hour. And other people come in, and so we'll make sure we get all you guys. So, of course, Shana, our chat Shananigator, who been really shenanigating the chat tonight. I haven't been able to keep up with it so well. Zippy Davis, thank you very much. Ether Shadow, thanks for hanging out again. Joanne Rubino. Lori Lynn, who apparently is also here in Ohio. Deborah Sosby. Bonnie Halper, and one of our Cheshire Cats. Donna Gorton, one of our other Cheshire Cats, was in here this evening. Andrew Cox, Don Francisco, Spooky Spectacular, otherwise known as Super Woody Boy, is in the house. Chipper Terry, Tammy Heisman, who won the drawing for the Encounters book. Lynn's White, who is both here on Facebook and was on Periscope, and really do appreciate all the hearts and everything on Periscope. I'm going to figure out a better way to set all that up next time around. Donald Waltz, thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Jana had to go. Jana was in here earlier, but I want to make sure she gets a shout out. Jen K, thank you very much. Tom McNicholas, thank you as always. One of our big Patreon supporters. Check us out, patreon.com/HauntedRoadMedia, and it was just his birthday too, so happy birthday, Tom. I think I already said Zippy Davis. Andrew Cubbage, our buddy from Cushing, Oklahoma. Thanks for hanging out with us again tonight. Who am I forgetting?
I think you've got everybody.
There's been a lot. Oh, Dennis Heslock, come on. Come on.
Yeah.
Can't forget Dennis.
Dennis.
Dennis. Sean Gilmore from EVP was in the house.
Hey, Sean.
Yep, Sean's pretty awesome. Who else did we have? Diane Hilbert. I can't forget Diane. I missed her like 2 weeks in a row once.
Janet Maitland.
Oh, also Rika Yamakaze, because I don't want to forget that. Because I forgot Rika a couple weeks in a row there, because you can't watch usually during the time. Came on last week, which was awesome, but I want to make sure we get you in there. I think I said Fran Molino, right? Fran has some good questions tonight. Anybody else? Anybody else? And now it's not scrolling for me. Oh, Debbie Branning. Okay, cool. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight, Debbie. Debbie does book reviews, paranormal book reviews. So that's pretty cool. Anybody else? I think I may have gotten everybody now, or at least close to it. Scroll back down and we'll check. It's not a science here. Alright. Yeah, Shana, I gave that shout out for our viewer from Japan because they'll be watching later. And I guess that's about it. And you know, hey, if I forgot you this time around, let us know for the upcoming show. So yeah, that'll be it for Edge of the Rabbit Hole. So Gwen, thanks for coming back on. I really do appreciate it. Thanks for sharing all your experiences. And it seems like we could have gone on for a while yet, so we'll bring you back.
Oh yeah, after this.
Thank y'all so much. It's been a pleasure as always, and you guys take care, and we'll see you in a bit.
Yeah, and you guys have a great investigation this weekend.
We will. We miss these people.
All right. Have a great night. We'll be right back.